Hey guys, it's Krista. So I've been sitting here waiting for like 5 minutes, just waiting for the noise out there to settle down, but it's not happening. So I'm sorry if you hear screaming children. My husband is out there watching them. So anyway, moving on. So today's video, I just wanted to cover the topic of taking care of your children after a tummy tuck. I did cover it briefly in time frames of a tummy tuck video, but it's not a specific video. It's not a specific subject, like a title. So it's hard for people to find, I guess, when they have specific questions for it. So I decided to make a specific video for it to be easier to find. So for any moms who are planning to have a tummy tuck, and you have children and you just want to know information about taking care of your children after tummy tuck, this is the video for you, and just continue watching. This is really going to depend on the age of your children, and how much they weigh and how dependent they are on you. So my children were, Baden was 6 months old and Braylee was 3. Braylee, my daughter, she was pretty self-sufficient, you know, I didn't need to carry her, I didn't have to pick her up, so that was okay. And then my son was 6 months old, which, you know, he was mobile a little bit, he wasn't crawling too much then, but still obviously needed to be held, like to get to another room or things like that. He can't walk on his own. Okay, so after my surgery, for 2 weeks, I lived at my mom's house. I stayed at my mom's house so that when my husband was gone to work, I had help there at the house between my mom, my sister, my dad, and my other sister who was living there at the time. They helped me out a ton with the lifting. And the first week, I didn't pick up my kids at all. And that was really hard on me, just because you want to hold your babies, you know, but you can't. So yeah, and then the second week, there was a couple times where I had to pick up Baden like closer to the end of the 2 weeks. But yeah, so when we moved back home, 2 weeks after my surgery, we moved back home, or we went back home. And with Baden, what I would do, he was still in the newborn setting in his crib, so I didn't have to lean down in his crib to be lifting him back up, because, you know, you just want to avoid using that area too much. So he was still in the newborn setting and higher up, so it was easier for me to just scoop him and just, you know, just my arms hold him. But I always would bring him up closer, because if it's out here, you're pulling on your muscles more, and you just engage your muscles more when you have weight out here. So I would keep him close to my body. I would take him out of his crib, put him on the floor, you know, get him changed, change his diaper or whatever, and then from the floor, you don't want to stand up, then pick him up. I would pick him up and scoop him, and then just kind of maneuver and stand up so that I was using my abs the least as possible. And then I would go downstairs and I would put, you know, let Baden on his little play mat or in his swing. He was pretty, like, he would just play, you know. The only time I really had to pick him up was when I was getting him out of bed in the morning or putting him down for a nap or, you know, things like that. So it wasn't too bad. So yeah, that's pretty much the time frame. I would say on to week 3, it got easier. I would say about 4 weeks is when, with a 6 month old, so he's doesn't weigh too much. 4 weeks, you'll be back up and running. So, yeah, the other thing is when I would have to go out and about, even I think like 3 week, 4 week, even after that, I would always bring a stroller with me so that I wasn't carrying his little newborn car seat, because you all know that those newborn car seats add like 30 pounds to your baby, like just ridiculous. So like when I would go to my post-op appointments, or, you know, take Braylee to dance, I think she was doing dance at the time, I don't remember. Just anywhere I had to run by myself, I would make sure I always brought a stroller so that I could just transfer the car seat into the stroller and then be pushing the stroller and not be carrying. So just little tips like that really help. But mostly you're gonna need constant help for the first 2 weeks. Either have a sibling move in with you, or live at a sibling's house, or family member, or a friend, or you know, whatever you can manage. If your husband can take 2 weeks off work, do that, or your significant other, do that. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all my tips. Obviously, if your kid is older, like 8 months, they're gonna weigh a lot more, but they're still not walking quite yet. So you're going to need to add on more time for that. You know, you're going to need to plan for more time. So your surgeon is going to be the best person to consult on this topic as far as, you know, when you can hold your baby again. You know, don't take my word for it. Ask your surgeon. And yeah, if your baby is walking, don't be down. Like, don't overdo yourself. Like, Braylee, she was 3. If she wanted to be held, I had to just tell her no. Or I would sit on the couch and let her climb up, and I would hold her that way. Like, don't feel bad. And or your kid wants to be held, and you try to hold them when they're older. Like, just don't. Like, you got to take some time for yourself to heal. You don't want to, you know, reopen incisions. You don't want to ruin things. Like, just take it easy. Just plan for it. And yeah, that's pretty much all to cover on this topic. I hope that helped. If you guys have any more specific questions, just comment below. I try to get back to you guys in a timely manner, but I don't get notifications of YouTube, I guess, because that's just... Anyway, so I try to get back to you in a timely manner. For faster responses, go to my Instagram, ask them there, or my Facebook page too. Just message me on my Facebook page. I get notified from there, so yeah, that's the best way to get a hold of me. So also, if you have any requests for any future videos, just let me know. I have covered a lot of topics in previous videos, so be sure to check those out first. But if you don't see something that was covered, just let me know. I will either point you in that direction or do a video on it. So, okay, that's about it, guys. All the links to my social media are in the description of this video, so be sure to check those out. And